Hey there, everybody. Don Evans here from WatchReport.com, and today we're going to be reviewing the Raven Defender 42 millimeter. So let me get into the specs and price. You are looking at $599. You can see I already have it on my 7.5-inch wrist. 42 millimeter by 49 millimeter, 11.5 millimeter stick, 300 meters water resistant, sapphire crystal, weighs in at 90 grams. Of course, this is the DLC coded version, and as I said, 599 USD. So now I wanted to show it to you on my 7.5-inch wrist to start out, so you can get a size gauge here. It does come on a natural rubber strap, which I'll talk about a little bit more. It also does come with this leather strap. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about as I have it on my wrist, I want you to take a look at that buckle. Now, I'm going to be honest, there are very few things that I can point out negatively about this particular watch. Stavral, Raven, Stavral, former Benares, now going to be Stavral, and Raven is their other brand. They make an excellent watch, so a lot of times, if I'm going to be reviewing one of their products, it's going to be nitpicking. But this happens both on the rubber strap and the leather strap, the way this buckle is made. As you can see when it's sitting on my wrist, instead of this buckle sitting more flush, it does stick out. It is just the way the buckle is designed. And of course I would prefer if it was more flush, because it is a little weird the way it sticks out, especially for this type of buckle. But I haven't really snagged it or caught it on anything yet after wearing it for about a week, so no issues there. Take a look at the sizing holes here on my 7.5-inch wrist. If you are a large wristed person, you could see I'm in the fourth hole with a 7.5-inch wrist. If you're 7 3/4, I think you're going to top it out. I don't believe an 8-inch wrist is going to be able to wear this strap out of the box. And same for the leather strap. So let me give you a close-up look here. Let me get it off my wrist. Give you a close-up look. Now, two of the things I want to point out. The lighting here, my studio lighting is, very white, and it's trying to make this dial markers look white, as you can see there. It actually, when I turn the camera here and get it in the lighting the right way, it's actually more of a pale yellow, almost a very faded vintage loom looking color. As you can see, you do have your dual crowns, and this is for the time setting. This is for the internal bezel, which I'll show you right now. Okay, it is a non-locking internal bezel. Of course, here's your screw-down crown, and you can see this is also a no-date watch as well, so it's very clean looking. Okay. As I said, this is the Miyota 9015 automatic movement. It is an exhibition case back. As you can see, it's also a sterile case back. They decided not to put anything on there, and you have the Raven logo applied to the rotor. You also have drilled lugs. One of the things I want to comment about, love drilled lugs, very easy to get the strap off. No tool was included though, and it comes with this nice travel case. Now I can't get it all in here on my camera, but it's a very nice travel case that houses the watch and the extra straps and everything. I would have assumed that a tool would have been included, but not a big deal. Now, these ran on Kickstarter. The price was significantly less, of course, which is usually the case with Kickstarter or pre-order products. You're basically giving them the money in advance, and you have to wait about 6 to 7 months, and for that you get a significant discount. At $5.99 though, I still think it's a very good price. You're not going to be able, it's very hard to see, but and it's even hard to see in lighting, let alone under lights in the camera and photography, is that this dial actually has a very, 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 very light pebble texture to it. And you can see the photos on watchreport.com in the full review. Click up here click the I in the upper right hand part of the screen. It'll take you over to the full review at watchreport.com. But it actually has a slight pebble texture that I was only able to capture a few times with photography, because you just don't see it at all until a certain light hits it. But it is very nice, and I just didn't want you thinking that it was a plain gloss texture here on the dial, because it actually does have a very nice little pebble texture to it. As always, like I said, you know, when it comes to Benares or Raven products, I always talk very highly of them. They are, you know, one of the original micro brands, in the sense of, they're not the first micro brand, but, you know, the first to really come on the scene and start making a splash. And, you know, before so many others that have followed, you know, they've been around now since 2008. Benares and Raven have been around. Benares actually bought Raven, I want to say they bought Raven back in 2010 from the former owner Jeff, and kind of combined it with their Benares company, which again now is Stavral. The inspiration or design of this watch is kind of, you know, an aviation or pilot style, also combined with a dive watch, and that's why they went with the internal bezel to kind of close the gap on the two styles there. Wearability is great. I will say, even though this is a natural rubber strap, it does tend to catch lint and dirt more than, say, an Isofrane or a Hirsch or some other natural rubber straps that you can get for some companies, but not as much as a silicone, and it is very, very, very comfortable on the wrist. Overall, to me, it's another home run, in my opinion, for what you're getting for $5.99, and you're getting it from a trusted brand. They are not a new brand. They are not a new one, you know, to hit the scene. Steve here in the U.S., he handles the U.S. operations. His customer service is second to none. And anybody watching this video, I think if you've dealt with Benares or Raven over the years, I think you would say the same, that, you know, they put customers at the top of the list, which is great to hear. And one of the reasons people like micro brands so much, not only just the value, but usually the care that you get from the brands. Now, there are going to only be on their website black dial variations. Now, when I upload this video, I'm not sure when I'm going to upload it and make the review live. These watches may or may not be available for shipping on the website, because they sent this out to me when they were sending out the Kickstarter orders. And, you know, so I could start working on the review. So I'm hoping that they'll be ready for sale on the website soon. Hopefully they'll be available while you're watching this video. If not, it definitely will be shortly thereafter. There will only be black dials available. You'll get a black dial with either a brushed, a blasted, or the DLC coated finish, which is a blasted and then DLC coated finish. There were versions that you could have gotten on the Kickstarter. I think there was a blue dial and also a gray dial, and those were only Kickstarter versions. So if you see those and then you're wondering, you know, why you're not seeing those on the website, that would be the reason why. It was another incentive for the Kickstarter guys. But even though only black dials, the DLC looks great. They all look great. I really do like the blasted version as well. It just kind of has that military look to it. But for more information, more photos, and everything else about this watch, click the full review to take you to watchreport.com. This has been a look at the Raven Defender 42mm. As always, leave a like or a comment here on YouTube. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. You'll never miss another review. Follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You definitely want to follow us on social media. If you're on social media, go find us. We are at Watch Report on Twitter and Instagram, and of course, watchreport.com on Facebook. You never know what we're going to do. You never know if we're going to have a giveaway, and you also get to see all the photos and sneak peeks, if you will, of the upcoming reviews, so you always know what we have coming in for review and what to look forward to. This has been Don Evans for watchreport.com. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys on the next video.